Hello there, welcome to this video. My name is Alan Bogere and I'll be presenting to you my AWS Cloud Business Solution for a business I selected. The business I researched on is called Mig Fresh Fish Farm. It's located in Jinja, Uganda. Mig Fish Farm is a growing aquaculture business in Uganda engaged in fish farming and fish feed manufacturing. Problems that I found this business facing included one is manual farm monitoring, for example, water quality, feeding schedules, and fish health are tracked manually and taken the results samples are picked and taken to laboratories. This leads to inconsistent results and delayed response to environmental changes. Next is fragmented data management. Production, feed manufacturing, and inventory and sales data are stored in spreadsheets and notebooks. And sometimes this makes it hard to analyze performance or forecast demand. Limited customer engagement is another problem that the business faces because orders are placed manually through agents or walk-ins. So there is no digital sales platform. Another one is security and reliability issues. Data is stored locally without backup or controlled access. Therefore, in case of a disaster or scenario, data can be permanently lost. And lastly is unpredictable IT costs. On-premises systems require high upfront investments, and uh, the company does not really have a specific budget or how it can manage its IT infrastructure. So my AWS Cloud, solution will focus on providing an end-to-end cloud environment that connects MIG fish farms operations from pond monitoring to manufacturing, inventory, and sales using secure, reliable, and cost-efficient services from AWS. The architecture will also combine IoT automation, cloud storage, analytics, web applications, and security, all under AWS. Now, let's look at farm monitoring, IoT, and how it will be applied in the business. So, IoT sensors at each pond will connect through AWS IoT Core, sending temperature, pH, and oxygen data to the cloud. AWS Lambda processes incoming data and triggers alerts if water conditions deviate from safe thresholds. Data will be stored in Amazon S3 and Amazon TimeStream for time series analysis. Amazon QuickSight visualizes pond performance for farm managers, and this will benefit the company through real-time monitoring and alerts. It will also reduce fish mortality as they'll be able to have data from their ponds in real time and work on problems that may arise early. Data-driven decision making on feeding and maintenance, since there is already uh, in-time view of data. Now, when it comes to fish manufacturing and inventory, um, production logs and raw material inventory will be stored in Amazon RDS. Sales, supplier, and stock movement integrated through a web dashboard hosted on AWS Elastic Beanstalk. So, um, this will the company will use AWS to uh, have their own website or build their own website and have its resources in AWS. QuickSight dashboards help forecast demand and optimize feed production schedules. So even uh, because there is flow or accurate flow of data and it is accessed in real time, managers and employees can easily determine trends, patterns of their sales. So this benefits the company by providing accurate production planning, improved supply chain management, and real-time visibility of inventory. Customer portal and e-commerce platform. AWS Elastic Beanstalk will host the customer portal. Amazon RDS will store orders, invoices, and delivery data. Payment will integrate with regional gateways through APIs. The best thing that this company will benefit from Amazon is upscaling and downscaling. Upscaling when traffic is high and downscaling when traffic is low. Therefore, company costs will be minimized and there will be easy management of this portal. Benefits will include online ordering and customer engagement, faster order processing, and reduced manual paperwork. And this will also help increase market research. Data security and privacy. Now, this will be handled in AWS by using AWS IAM rules and policies to use the principle of least privilege. Therefore, employees will only access data that they only use. Encryption at rest and in transit. This means that data will be protected and will be safe from malicious attackers, or even if it falls in their hands, they will not be able to decrypt it. AWS Cloud Trail logs all API activity for auditing. Uh, The IT staff can use this to see what is happening in their portal, who is using what, and when did they do, therefore providing sufficient security to company IT resources. AWS Shield and WAF protect web applications from attacks. Uh, Having the company host these applications and websites in their premises would be very expensive and more confiscated. So therefore, AWS comes in to provide secure and reliable security to these resources. Alignment with the AWS well-acted framework. So the company will be saved from compliance issues because AWS already follows regulations and compliances wherever their availability zones are. Now, operational excellence, the IT infrastructure will use CloudWatch, CloudTrail, and Lambda to provide automation. Security, um, principles like IAM, Cognito, Shield, and encryption enforce this privileged access and protect sensitive data will be enabled. To ensure reliability, RDS multi-AZ deployment and S3 redundancy will ensure availability and backup in case of disasters. Performance and efficiency, auto-scaling on EC2 and elastic load balancing optimize resources usage during high demand. Therefore, this also helps to reduce costs in the cloud. Cost optimization, the company will use pay-as-you-go model. More AWS core resources that the company could use is AWS Cost Explorer and AWS Budget. These ones can be used to track and optimize monthly spending, therefore enhancing the budget to ensure that costs do not go high. And then support and monitoring, AWS CloudWatch and AWS Trusted Advisor will be used. This will enable continuous performance monitoring and best practice recommendations of the resources in the AWS cloud. Pricing and support. The pricing model that the company will use will be pay as you go. This will ensure that the firm only pays for storage, compute, and data transfer used each month. Therefore, this will help the company to minimize its IT costs on the premises. Support plan. Basic plan for initial testing and development. It will be the one it will be the one that will be first used to set up the structure and test resources, see how they can work for the company. Then later, the company will upgrade to business support plan for AWS access, and this will ensure that the company is accessible to AWS engineers and faster issue resolutions. Cost saving strategies. Number one, the company will use AWS free tier for development and early testing. S3 lifecycle policies to move all the data to cheaper storage tiers will be enforced. Right size EC2 instances based on actual workloads will be configured. This will help reduce company costs in the cloud. Now, benefits that AWS will bring to the business. Number one is in operations, automation, data collection, and reduced manual labor because IoT sensors will be put in fish ponds and they will send in data straight to the cloud that will be used for monitoring, therefore reducing the need of human work. Production, um, predictive analysis will improve fish growth and fish and feed efficiency. uh, by using quick Amazon Quick Site, the company will be able to tell and project its future trends and patterns. When it comes to sales, digital platform increases customer convenience and reach. Therefore, the customer portal will be able to help company get orders outside or make it globally. Customers from around the world will be able to order for fish anywhere in the world. Security, AWS will provide centralized control data. Um, and lastly, financially, AWS will help the company reduce IT costs and flexible scaling support growth without heavy upfront investments. Now, the company will use, when it comes to the geographical selection, will use the primary region, AWS region, Cape Town in Africa, because it is the one closest to Uganda and it will offer low latency and full AWS services. The secondary region for disaster recovery will be in Ireland. This will ensure that there is stable backup and failover purposes. Therefore, two regions will be used. Then two availability zones in Cape Town will also be set for redundant hosting and reliability. The company will also benefit from edge locations that provide fast content delivery and low latency. Now, by adopting this AWS Cloud Solution, Migfish Farm will transform from manual, fragmented operations into a data-driven, automated, and scalable aquaculture business. The proposed AWS environment enhances efficiency, secures critical data, optimizes costs, and ensures the company can grow sustainably with confidence in technology. In the picture, that is me with the manager, Linda Mary, for Mig Fish Farm. Thank you for watching.